How many of us are adults walking around with insecurities that described us when we were 12? It's so funny to say, but as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, this is so true. We're believing stuff from like middle school that's haunted us for life. And like, I don't look anything like I did when I was in middle school. I'm certainly not the same person, right? So there's no reason that I should be walking around feeling like my limited 12-year-old sad, self. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Welcome to the Roxy Talks Manifestation Podcast, your raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic source for all things manifestation related. I'm Roxy Lee, and for the last decade, I have been researching and developing my signature 360 method, which combines behavioral science, quantum physics, and the law of attraction to help you manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams. Visit roxytalks.com for more info. Now, let's get into it. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Welcome to another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. Today is a fun episode because a lot of times we talk about what we're doing wrong. It's like I have my clients, I talk to you in the community, we have our Mindset Monday, we have the Facebook group, Black Moon Society, the YouTube comments. There's so many ways that I see your problems, your fears, your worries, your doubts, your insecurities, your 3D circumstances, what you're affirming, what you're not affirming. And so a lot of, what I speak about is based around what we're doing wrong, just so that I can help orient you to doing what is right, or at least what will work in your favor to achieve the reality that you want to live in, right? So today I wanted to talk about something a little more on the light side, more on the positive side, and it's the idea of clearing out the old programming and the stuck energy, refreshing your spirit, detoxing yourself of negative energy, a soul, mind, and body cleanse, out with the old, so that you can make room for the new you that is ready to come through, the new you that is ready to be front and center, driving the ship, the one in front, the one calling the shots. The ideal you is ready to step into that role. So let's work on cleaning out, like spring cleaning or summer cleaning, or, just getting ready for the new chapter. I keep getting this visual in my head of somebody cleaning out their garage, right? We're getting rid of old boxes, getting rid of old stuff. We're sweeping the dust out of the corners so that we can make room for the shiny new car that's coming through, in theory, right? So before we even get into this, I want to invite you to head over to roxytalks.com/forum and join the conversation and leave some tips about what it is that you do to cleanse your mind, cleanse your spirit, cleanse your body, to detox, to get rid of the negative energies and the lodged beliefs and all the stuff that's been clogging you emotionally. Leave some comments at our forum and connect with other people who are doing the same work with you so you can give them some ideas and then maybe pick up some new ones for yourself as well. The techniques that you use to actually cleanse and rid your body and your mind and all these things of the toxic energy, if you want to call that. There's so many ways that you can do that. You can go do a nice Google search and find all kinds of ways to cleanse yourself from the inside out. I am not a doctor, so I'm not recommending any sort of detox or dietary cleanse in any way. If you know about that stuff, feel free. It's your body. Consult a doctor or somebody that knows, a nutritionist. But whether or not we're doing an actual body cleanse, I'm talking about a spiritual cleanse, a mental cleanse, a cleanse for your soul, replenishing, getting all of the gunk out so that everything runs smooth and you're ready for your new reality. First things first, it's going to be important to identify what it is that's gunking up the works. If you watch Rick and Morty, I keep getting the visual of the toxic Rick and Morty when they're all green. That's what I'm seeing, like that mucky, sticky, yucky stuff. If you don't watch Rick and Morty, I invite you to Google it or watch the episode where they get rid of their toxins. But that's the junk I'm talking about. I'm talking about the inner stuff within you that keeps you from being happy, that keeps you from being satisfied, that keeps you from being happy, healthy, whole, fulfilled. So I would say start off identifying what it is that we're trying to flush out of the system. What are the toxins that you want to remove? Are they limiting beliefs? Is it fears? Is it insecurities that don't serve you anymore, that I mean, think about it like this. How many of us are adults walking around with insecurities that described us when we were 12? It's so funny to say, but as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, this is so true. We're believing stuff from like middle school that's haunted us for life. And like, I don't look anything like I did when I was in middle school. I'm certainly not the same person, right? So there's no reason that I should be walking around feeling like my limited 12-year-old sad, self, hearing things from peers that I didn't want to hear. That's not who I am. It never was, and it certainly isn't who I am now. And that's not who you are either. Whether you're in middle school now or you haven't been in middle school in decades, you can define yourself by your own standards. You can just be who you want to be. So look at where the problems are. Where is the sticky stuff? Literally, where do you get stuck? Where do you get caught up in the details? When you're thinking about your dream life, when you're thinking about your ideal reality, where does it get sticky? Where does it feel unlikely? Where do you start to doubt? We like to call them limiting beliefs, obviously. Shout out Limiting Beliefs Masterclass. Replay available for a short period of time only. RoxyTalks.com, also linked in the description. But these are the things that get in the way of your manifestations coming through. These are the roadblocks. This is the time delay. This is the things not looking quite like you thought they would look, and half manifestations, partial manifestations, things like that. Okay. So we want to identify the muck so that we can then go to the next step, which is to detox the muck out. Again, in whatever way suits you. If this is something physical, like I said, if you're like, I haven't been eating healthy for a while, or maybe I'm smoking and drinking, I'm taking in stuff that I don't want to, maybe I'm doing jogging in a city and I'm breathing in exhaust all day. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Again, if you want to do a dietary cleanse, consult your physician and your nutritionist and all that, other disclaimer stuff before you do anything with your body. But as far as detoxing the mind, go towards the areas where the muck is, right? That's where we're going to start. So if we have issues with, let's say, doubting ourselves, maybe doubting that it's going to work for us, doubting that it's even possible. And maybe it's not even like overall big doubts, but it's like small doubts along the way. Like, yeah, I'm manifesting the money, but I don't know, I still got to get the bill paid. And right now it's not here. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do about the money. And we start going down the road of conceding to the doubt and succumbing to our old programming and our old way of doing things, which is to worry our way into some sort of action, limited action. It obviously isn't inspired action because we're not in a place of receiving that kind of information when we're worried. So the pattern of experiencing a trigger, like receiving a bill, for example, and then allowing ourselves to, what if, I have to now, this thing, now this. Like, it's those things along the way. Those are limiting beliefs as well. Those are affirmations that you are using to build your reality. So those are what need to be purged. So many Rick and Morty references that need to be purged or eliminated or cleansed in order for you to have a cleaner system, in order for your manifestations to work easy, in order for life to feel better and work out better. So Google some great ways to cleanse your spirit emotionally: crystals, sage, grounding yourself, meditating, of course. I talk about that, doing that daily. Palo Santo, incense, scripting, affirmations, journaling, therapy, whatever it is to start working through and allowing yourself to release the junk within. See it as junk. It wants to leave. It's junk. It's trash. It's old news. Just like you hopefully wouldn't be wearing the same pair of underwear that you were wearing in 7th grade. You don't need to be thinking the same beliefs, feeling the same way, indulging in the same insecurities. I'm not saying it's not valid if you have them. I'm saying, why are you continuing to live your life expecting to be treated and greeted and regarded as this version of yourself? It's time to pick something new. So let's get rid of the old stuff, write it a letter, send it away, burn a letter safely, dissolve it in water, rip it up. There's all kinds of ways, like I said, that you can symbolically and energetically purge your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit. And so find ones that resonate with you. I've given you a few examples, but like I said, Google is going to give you way more. Find things that resonate with you or try a bunch of different ones and actually practice the process of letting go. And remember, you're not just letting go of things that you want, you're actually letting go of stuff you don't want anymore. So when you're going through this process, remind yourself and frame it as like, oh, take this junk. Oh, take this junk. Oh, take this junk. 12-year-old opinion of myself. Oh, take that junk. 12-year-old opinion from little assholes in my class. Oh, take that junk. No thankies. Like, send it away. And once you've sent it away, it's time for the final step, which is to refill your cup, refresh yourself, replenish your spirit. This is the super fun part, right? This is where you get to do all of those things that you love to do, the shit that brings me joy. Obviously, meditation should be being done every single day. Being with your friends more, leaning into your hobbies, learning how to be easier on yourself. As you're shedding this old you and these old ideas, find areas where you used to sentence yourself with that punishment of being that version of yourself and take each of those opportunities to be kind to yourself, to allow yourself to feel your feelings, to be your own cheerleader. This step of refreshing your soul and replenishing yourself is not just about doing the self-care things that make you feel good, but about actually learning to practice treating yourself better on every front. Nicer thoughts, nicer habits. When you're worried, we're gentle. When you're anxious, we're kind. When you're fearful, we're allowing. We're doing all the opposite things that we used to do when we were triggered because those things didn't work. So now you're going to continue practicing compassion for yourself, practicing loving yourself, practicing being easy on yourself, not being hard on yourself, not beating yourself up for what you have done, not beating yourself up for what you haven't done or accomplished. Beating up on yourself for what you haven't accomplished is the easiest way to continue not accomplishing things. Even think about in sports teams how the home team has the advantage. They're on their own field, they know the lay of the land, and they have their cheerleaders there. They have their crowd cheering them on and supporting them. And it makes them perform better. Imagine what Michael Phelps is thinking when he's swimming. He's probably not thinking you're a fucking piece of shit, you're not going to make it. He's probably thinking just like, swim, 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 motherfuckers, swim, swim, fast, 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 swim, swim, swim. You know, he's cheering himself on in a productive way. And that's why he's number one. I don't really know, but I just can't imagine that the number one swimmer. And I'm also behind on the times. I don't watch the Olympics in a while. Maybe there's someone faster now, but I know he was all the rage back. He was all the rage. All the kids were talking about him for a while. So you don't get to that kind of level by tearing down the vessel that you're swimming in, right? So think about cheering yourself on, not just through the easy moments, but definitely through the hard moments. When it gets hard on the field, the team needs the cheerleaders and the crowd the most. That's when they need your cheers the most. When a comedian's on stage, they want your laughter and their applause. When someone's performing, they want your applause. Lady Gaga wrote a whole goddamn song about it. Okay, so cheer yourself on instead of tearing yourself down when you need your support the most. This might be the single biggest change for you if you can make this habit stick of changing the beating up on the self to cheering the self on. For me, it's had a really big effect, and I'm noticing how much gentler I'm being and how much more I'm allowing myself to just be human and accept myself for who I am and what I'm capable of. And I'm telling you, my life has been a lot more peaceful ever since. So this is your sign to purge the old, get rid of all the stuff that doesn't work for you, and incorporate something new that you actually want to experience. And this is exactly what my 360 method is about. Figuring out what's not working, choosing a different path, and then implementing it every single day for the rest of your life. Might sound daunting, but to me, it sounds like the answer. To me, it sounds like the path to everything I've ever wanted. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, 360 method is for you. Head to my site, roxytalks.com, for more info. It's only available for a short period of time. Doors are closing soon. We're going to be running this class live, and I'm really excited to take you through it. 8 weeks of lessons and live group coaching to ensure you are the most conscious, aware, deliberate, powerful manifester that you can possibly be. 360 method, awareness and discipline. It's all about figuring out what you want, knowing what you're doing to stand in the way, and then stopping that shit. Everything you need to find out more is at roxytalks.com. You can also sign up for one-on-one coaching with me if you'd like to speak with me privately about your specific situation, roxytalks.com. I've also got other amazing courses and workshops you can get started on right away. And you'll find some fun meditations, affirmations, and inspirational music as well at roxytalks.com. And if you're interested in finding a manifestation buddy or somebody like yourself that's going through the journey just like you are, roxytalks.com/forum or the Facebook group Black Moon Society will get you right into the community so you can find someone just like yourself. The only reason why you wouldn't be deserving of everything you want is because you say you're not in some way, shape, or form, or you fear you're not, or you worry you're not. But I can teach you how to not let those worries and fears take over, so that you can convince yourself of your worth and the universe can show that back to you. We're all raising our vibrations together. I will see you next week. I love you. I appreciate you. You have the power. I believe in you. Be good to yourself.